As always, a pleasure to see you all once again. My name is 20-Sided Seth, and welcome to another episode of To The Point Review. Today we're going to be looking at Monster Hunter World, playable on Xbox One, PS4, and coming soon, PC. For those of you simply looking for my score, I'll be giving this one a 9 out of 10. This is the best Monster Hunter game I've ever played, and I've been playing all the way back since 3U. They get a lot of things right in this, but the only big issue that I really have is the fact that while it does help new players, I feel like they could have done a better job about it. Sort of explain things a little bit better and just made things a little bit easier for them, but overall, I still think this is a fantastic game, and while it could be a better entry point, I think it's about the best entry point you're going to get. Monster Hunter World is a sequel to the long-running Monster Hunter series, and I believe it to be the best one so far. The swap over from the 3DS over to the PS4, Xbox One, and PC was a fantastic idea, not only from a graphic standpoint, as the game is beautiful to look at. All the monsters are very handcrafted design, the areas that you hunt around are magnificent to look at, the weapons, armor, everything is good. On top of that, the frame rate is rather stable. It's never dropped for me. I never really came across an area where things just kind of slowed down, but I actually found it going up to 60 frames per second quite often, even with a number of monsters on the screen, 4-player co-op, just all that stuff, all that chaos going at the same time, it still held strong. The gameplay for Monster Hunter is sort of in the title itself. You go out, you find the monster, you kill it or capture it, and use its body parts to make more weapons and armor, to go out to kill monsters, to get weapons and armor. But it's a continuous cycle. But what I appreciate about it is there's no real middleman. You get right to the monster itself. There's not really any minions or anything like that. You gotta think of it sort of like a continual boss rush, which I love about it personally. Every monster has its own unique moves, unique style, its unique armor set, its unique weapons. I never really found myself getting bored while playing the game. Now, I will warn that it is kind of grind heavy. You do have to grind for certain monsters, a full armor set and things like that, or if you want to get the weapons. I think the minimum I've had to do was maybe 4 or 5 runs for a full set against the same monster, but I can say I never really got bored doing that. On top of the fact that I can have 3 other people helping me out, which makes the quest, go by faster. Being able to fight against these well-crafted monsters and to see their individual styles, their individual movesets. You sometimes have what they call turf wars, where 2 monsters will fight against each other in this cinematic showdown, which honestly looks super cool every time I see it, and it just makes it feel more real, something I can really appreciate about the game series. If I was going to complain about anything in the game, I would probably say that while it seems simple on the surface, there are a number of actually complex mechanics within the game itself. Trying to pair the right armor and weapons against a certain monster, targeting its weaknesses while also having armor that's resistant to its damage type, making sure you've got traps, tranq bombs, really all these, small items that really matter in the game. It can kind of be overwhelming for new players. That's kind of the big problem I have with the game, is that while it does help new players as best as it can, it did seem like half the time I was just getting kind of thrown a huge wall of text, and it's hey, read this and understand. It tries its best, this is probably the best it's ever tried in this entire series, in my personal opinion. Don't be afraid to kind of look at the wikis. If you're a new player, even if you're a veteran player, don't be afraid to go online and search hey, where do I find this specific drop, or hey, what would be good against this, monster. This is a game that sort of runs off of shared knowledge. And while the game does have a in-game like encyclopedia of the monsters, it does tell you its weaknesses, where its weak points are after you fight it enough times or investigate it, stuff like that, what it can drop. I still think the wiki can be really helpful to you, and I would highly recommend checking it out. Monster Hunter Worlds is the best. Monster Hunter World is a fantastic addition to the long line of Monster Hunter games, and I do believe it to be the best one. And to see it just flourish so well on console just raises my hopes beyond comparison. I'm super excited for the sequel. I'm super excited for all the free content that they're going to be releasing over the coming months. That's always been a staple for the Monster Hunter World, is to have free DLC, and they seem to be keeping to that. They seem to be holding the line even in this time of microtransactions and crap like that, which I'm so proud of them, and I cannot wait to see what kind of stuff they release. That's why, guys, I'm going to be giving Monster Hunter World a 9 out of 10. Definitely check it out. This is a super fun solo, but also a super fun party game, and I don't think you're going to regret it. Hey guys, if you enjoyed that video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Sorry we haven't posted in a while, but as you can see, it's been the holiday season and stuff like that. School's just now starting back up. Everybody's going back to work, crap like that. We do plan on releasing another video next month, actually. I've got a project I'm personally working on that I think you guys will hopefully like. But hey, as always, from us here at Team 20-Sided, y'all have a good night.